Okay, we're back in the Fine Art of Murder, Part 3 in my gameplay, which I hope will be the ending of the game.
To enable voice guidance, press the cross button now.
Shh. Continue.
Continue current story. You
What?
did your best to unravel the mystery, but something's still missing. If only there was a way to go back and take another look.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Oh, okay, here we go. Fine Art of Murder. So we're going to start from the
The Fine
beginning.
Art of Murder. You arrive at the solicitor.
I'm just going to skip to,
Check the
if
postcard.
you've watched the
You
other
turn.
videos.
Continue.
So what I did not
1
do
month later, and after
last
realizing
time
that the
was
book
sign up
wasn't
for the
simply a
auction.
sign up for the auction. After a long drive to L17, you arrive in Merseyside and the quaint seaside suburbia that is St. Michael's Hamlet. The date is the 31st, and this is your first ever auction. To be honest, you're finding it to be a bit nerve-wracking. All the other people are intimidatingly confident and rich. But when you see lot number 2, you know you made the right decision. It's the second part of the Bolt triptych.
Oh, okay.
Continue. At first, you thought it was the same as the one depicted on the postcard, but when you compare the two, you notice certain differences. A snide smile on this one, but a tense, gritted jawline on the other. A red velvet chair in the postcard print, but faded brown upholstery in this auction piece.
The red velvet chair.
The bidding is about to start, so you rush to get a seat, but the place is packed out and there are only a few chairs left. One is adjacent to a woman wearing huge sunglasses and texting manically on her phone, and the other is next to an elderly gentleman in a funereal suit who is silently surveying the crowd. Continue. Who do you sit next to? You have encountered a news story moment. Art auction.
The woman was texting, so no. So the elderly man.
The elderly man in a suit. The man regards you with a dismissive glance, but when you ask him if he knows anything about lot number 2, he smiles, eager to show off his knowledge. But of course, it's Yardley Bolt's piece in the infamous triptych, and the subject is presumed to be Zachary. He was an arrogant man, a businessman, and successful in his own right, but not creative. It was said that, deep down, he was jealous of his brother's art, so he stirred things up between them. The man leaned back in his chair, the auction was about to start, then whispered, he definitely knew which buttons to press. Continue. The bids come in, and Yardley Bolt's portrait in oil is eventually sold for a tidy sum of money. The winner is a surprisingly young and scruffy-looking man who seems like he'd be more at home in a tech startup rather than acquiring art, but looks can be deceiving, you suppose. He leaves immediately following his successful bid.
Follow him out to the car park.
You follow him out into the car park. To avoid looking like a deranged stalker, you introduce yourself as being related to the Bolt brothers, and it works. He is more than happy to talk to you. So, what's the family's take on Zachary's disappearance? He asks. Just mental health issues, you say with a shrug. He had a breakdown, I think, but the family brushed it under the carpet. To be honest, it wasn't really spoken of. I think the family was ashamed, back in those days. The winner looks disappointed by your lack of juicy insider tips, but then shows you a series of numbers. Continue. These are printed onto the frame. Do you have any idea what they mean? You study them and adopt a vague expression. Hopefully, he'll think that you're trying to recall something, but really you are memorizing the sequence. Finally, you tell him that you haven't a clue, then go home. Later, you return again to the picture
is
of Dorian Gray and use the numbers to decode another message. It's an address and a 4-digit PIN. Without any further ado,
You head to the Bolt family home.
you head to the Bolt family home. Standing outside,
Saw this.
continue. Once,
Saw this.
continue. Which room would you like to search first?
I don't know. So let's go to the living room.
Living room. Although there are 2 large sofas, they are designed for grandeur rather than comfort, and there isn't even a television. You spot some family photographs on the highly polished sideboard, but your prize find comes from rooting around in the drawers. It's a letter from Zachary to Xavier. We all know his talent isn't a patch on yours, but he will insist on trying to compete. The sad truth is that the only way to make any money from his mediocre
This is where they're
canvases
planning
is
to
if he
murder
were to
him,
die.
to murder Yardley.
The bump in value that pity brings will be enormous if you catch my drift. Continue.
We always go to the
You
library.
wince in sympathy for the insulted brother, Yardley.
Okay, so
Library.
I don't
Naturally,
think Frankenstein
the
has
library,
anything to do
with
it.
its oak paneling and floor-to-ceiling shelves, is home to a multitude of serious-looking hardbacks.
You're an
Oscar Wilde.
Oh, okay.
You pull the ladder across
the
to the W
fireplace.
section, and once you've climbed them, see that there is a gap in which the picture of Dorian Gray used to stand. But the gap now has something else in it. With a tremor of excitement, you reach in and extract the fragment of paper. It has to be the next clue. It only has 2 words on it, Agnes's fireplace, but surely this is a crucial find.
It is.
You pocket the note, then exit the library,
Never
but
found it
before you
before.
can even think about your next move, you hear someone laughing outside.
We would have found that before.
An arrogant, cruel laugh, and although part of your brain is saying, just get out of here, this is a bad idea. Continue.
Yeah.
Your feet run towards the back door, and whoever is finding this so funny. But of course, when you open the door and step into the cool, dusky evening, you are alone. Or so it would seem. Continue. However, in the distance, you spot something that an interloper could hide in.
Mausoleum. We're always going to the mausoleum.
Try
And staying amongst the corpses.
stay amongst these corpses. But the question is, which corpse you would first like to disturb?
Do we ever do Clarissa? We did Wendy. Yardley.
Yardley. Despite your best efforts, leveraging yourself against the other tombs and pushing with all your might, Yardley's lid remains securely in place. With a curse and a slam of your fist on the stone, you give up and look around.
Okay.
You can either check out the other tombs or leave the mausoleum. What is your next step?
It's Clarissa's tomb. We need to find the other body, so
Open up Clarissa's tomb. It takes quite a bit of effort, but eventually, the heavy stone edges to the side, allowing you to peek inside. And when you do, it's not what you were expecting. Continue.
I saw this. and the paintbrush
Continue.
that killed him.
You scream. Continue. Dash that thing.
Take the
Continue.
shirt collar.
Take the shirt collar. You take the blood-stained shirt collar.
We can resume as Xavier again?
Exhume Xavier. But as soon as it opens, you regret this decision.
Oh no, not Xavier.
Xavier
Yeah,
hasn't been dead that long, so the sickly scent of decay erupts from within and fills your nostrils. Once you've stopped retching, you take a closer look.
Can we find the passageway?
Continue. Xavier is bloated with dark, mottled green skin, but what is more unusual is the fact that he's been positioned with his arm and fingers bent so that he's pointing at the top of the tomb. There must be a reason for this, you figure, and you're right. With a bit of prodding and poking, the entire end of the tomb swings open to reveal a hidden passageway.
Yeah,
You could now squeeze past Enter the secret passageway.
We saw this.
It's dank. Continue.
We're going to...
Which would you like to explore now?
We have to get that. We didn't get the fishing net yet, but we went to the orangery. There wasn't. So... Pond.
Ornamental gardens and
Oh, we
pond.
got the fishing net. I forgot.
The gardens have marble statues everywhere, and you're not sure, but you suspect they are moving when you're not looking. Feeling an ever-growing sense of doom, you rush on towards the pond. It looks and smells
We're just going to do the fishing net.
with a fishing
Please
net.
watch the other videos so you
This
can
is a
see
stupid
what
idea.
this actually says, because we've
You tell
already
yourself.
gone through it.
After all, the chances of you actually finding anything in the thick mud at the bottom of this pond are minuscule. So,
We're not going
Continue.
back in the house.
enter the orangery. It's just a posh conservatory. You grumble.
Yeah.
Continue. 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 You creep forward to view his work, but realize that as soon as he draws anything, the charcoal disappears,
Back into the house.
back
we
into
wanna
the
go
house.
Just to find the paintbrush.
You've already explored the ground floor,
Right?
so you climb up the
'Cause
stairs.
then we'll find
The doors
fireplace
are
with
ajar,
the
and you can...
paintbrush.
Artist's studio. The space is
Yeah, we're going to get the paintbrush.
information that Zachary's ghost gave you. Well, Zachary did make it clear that the murder weapon, the paintbrush stabbed through his eye, was hidden in plain sight, so that's where you go
But
first.
now,
And there it is. Standing in a pot with the others, the only difference being the brown-red stain
wanna
soaked
go
into the
to the
sharp wooden
fireplace.
handle. Certain the servants' quarter. The bedroom is small, unadorned, and quite depressing. On the nearby chest of drawers, you spot a book, alias Grace, and
so
a
we
note is
know he
inscribed
killed
inside.
Agnes and the baby.
Dearest
but we got
Agnes,
the-
I thought of you.
No, about the
You're not
fireplace.
sure if that is meant
So,
ironically or not.
Fireplace.
The fireplace. At first, you think this is a fool's errand, all this rummaging about in a sooty and cobweb-draped fireplace. But finally, you feel the edge of something hidden in a chimney recess. It's wrapped in layers and layers, but when you peel off the last one, you gasp. A portrait. It's the missing triptych.
Oh, shit.
Signed by Yardley Bolt, it is a masterpiece of charcoal work. The black lines are expertly smudged or defined, and although it is of one of the brothers, it's not clear which one. That said, it does have rather an arrogant sneer on his face. You grasp the canvas, trembling with excitement.
Okay.
Continue. But then your flesh crawls. You have encountered a new story moment. The
We
triptych.
found the triptych. Holy shit. An icy breath gently strokes your neck.
As an icy breath gently strokes your neck. You turn slowly, sensing the figure close behind, then hearing its cruel laugh. It is a young woman in a white nightgown, but her eyes are piercing yellow and her teeth are unnaturally long and jagged. The laugh becomes a snarl, her lips pulling back, the unmistakable sign of an imminent attack, and then you stutter, "Agag Agnes." The ghost freezes, a frown crinkling up its forehead. It seems to be thinking about that. Does it not know who it is anymore?
That's sad.
And in that split second of spectral indecision,
Stuck in
you make a
between.
run for it.
No, it's not liminality, but
Continue. You are halfway down the landing when you realize that it hasn't followed. In fact, you're pretty sure that it's gone completely, although you're not risking it. So, that leaves you with only one place to
one
check.
place.
You head towards
Hello, Xavier.
the master bedroom. You step into the bedroom, only to find that you are not alone. An old man is sitting on the bed. An old man who is familiar, and so he should be. He is your recently deceased great-uncle, Xavier. Through the wrinkles and sagging
who killed the
jowls, you can
sister?
see the younger man portrayed
she
downstairs
kill
in the hall
herself?
and, of course, in the triptych pieces.
I want to know that.
He regards you with an arrogant sneer. Continue. Do you have any idea of the lengths I went to? All to protect the family name. Reputation is everything. He bellows. You try to swallow but can't, and the ghost continues. Continue. I got rid of Zachary's body and made it look like he'd gone away on business. I made Wendy back up my tale of Yardley's illness, although we all knew that it was Zachary who had left arsenic-soaked charcoal for him,
Did Wendy kill
knowing of his
herself?
strange and repulsive habit
Because
of
all
licking
this?
his fingers while smudging the black lines. It was slow, but it worked. And Zachary was right. The price of Yardley's
I feel bad
mediocre
for
art did
Wendy.
rocket after his demise. Continue. And I even got rid of the servant and my unwanted child. Nasty work, but someone had to do it,
Asshole.
and I thought I should come clean on my deathbed. That's why I left you the clues, but I've changed my
not.
mind. The Bolt good name must live on. Over my dead body, are you going to expose anything? Continue. It's an impressive speech, and if a live human had made such threats, you might have been scared. However, the transparent phantom tries to grab you by the neck, but his hand merely goes through your flesh. What the? It says, confusion now flooding over its face, but there is absolutely nothing that it can do. You don't need a second chance. You run out of the bedroom straight away. Continue. There is a terrible bellowing as Xavier tries to follow, then realizes he is trapped in the bedroom for all purgatory.
Good.
But before you can get all smug about beating the ghost, the thick, choking air fills your lungs. The house is on fire. As though a multitude of angry specters were chasing, you sprint down the stairs towards the front door, but you still have time to notice the knocked-over candle. Continue. Blast.
Here we go again.
I knew I shouldn't have, but regrets will have to wait. Someone has already phoned the emergency services, and both police officers and firefighters are arriving. What are you going to say, though?
I found the murder weapon and the evidence. What am I gonna say?
You found the shirt collar and paintbrush. You take the police to the mausoleum and shove open Clarissa's tomb once more. DNA tests eventually prove your claim, namely that this is Zachary Bolt. You also give them the paintbrush with its blood-stained handle, explaining how you found it in the artist's studio. It will be conclusively proved that it is Zachary's blood, and once the auctioned painting is examined too, the gruesome discovery is made. Yardley painted the red velvet cushion in Zachary's blood. Although charges cannot be brought, Yardley is named as the only suspect in his brother's murder.
Hmm.
Continue. Next,
Oh, yeah.
you found the bag of evidence in the pond. You present the soggy bag with its dead rat and charcoal sticks and announce that this is evidence of Yardley Bolt's murder. One of the officers mumbles about that being a long illness, but tests reveal that the charcoal is saturated with a
Modern
lethal amount of arsenic.
DNA.
Eventually, Yardley's corpse is exhumed. The verdict is murder. The amount of arsenic found in the remaining hair follicles shows that he was being slowly poisoned for a long time. You have given justice to Yardley. Lastly,
Yeah, finding the missing part of the triptych.
you found the missing part of the triptych. You do mull over the rights and wrongs, but in the end, you simply hide the triptych under your coat and walk off with it. Well, you are a member of the Bolt family, and Great-Uncle Xavier did bequeath the code and book to you. That's going to be your story anyway. The portrait, the missing third of the triptych, sells for a considerable fortune, making you wealthy beyond your dreams. Let's just hope that no one
this
decides to
English?
lick it, though.
No one decides to take it. Or is there poison from when he was using the charcoal?
Conclusion. You solved the murders, tying up every loose end.
Oh, we got it.
In the
Holy shit.
process, you made
Platinum
yourself
trophy.
rich beyond your wildest dreams, turning their tragedy into your fortune. This truly was the greatest adventure you ever could have hoped for.
Well, you gave some
You
of them
have
justice.
encountered a new story
But what
moment,
happened to Wendy?
the greatest adventure.
So this is the end? So we solved the murder. I just want to know what happened to Wendy. I think she killed herself. But they all just basically kill each other. I mean, the nightmare is over. Now, is that money in there? Okay. Story moments, 12 of the 12. Okay, we did it. We finished it. 100%. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this, please watch the other two so you can get some context on the pages I flipped through. And thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked it. Even if you liked it just a little bit. I'm going to be doing some more playthroughs, but I want to find something else like this, another game like this. It's really interesting. Alright guys, thank you. Bye.